Hello, I'm Suki, the brown-eyed stitcher, here again for real. What are we calling this? Flosstube 41? I did not look that up, but I vaguely remember saying last time was 40, and like thinking how nice that it was a round number after having been gone for a long time. I did take care of pets, but you never know. I can't shut myself away without them causing havoc, and I can't shut them away without them causing havoc. So there's that. Okay. First things first. Summary overview of what's happening. As many of you know at this point, if we're friends on Facebook or you're in my Discord or Instagram, those are the three places. YouTube has been harder to post things to. I know there's like that community tab, but I didn't want to put it out there for like random people to see, that they could see this update on my Facebook or something. Anyway, so I didn't do anything. That's okay. I'm here now. Yesterday I got a full delivery. It's a much longer, I wrote a novella about what happened last week with the company and delivering like less than a quarter of my stuff and paperwork that they wanted me to sign that would have been false even had I signed it on the day they were trying to backdate this paperwork to. I yelled at people. Anyway, I've written an entire novella, and I don't even know that I want to go into it here. So if you wish, find me on Facebook. And it's there. Or like message me somewhere and I will link you to that Facebook post that wrote it. But the important thing is that yesterday they did make a full delivery. I say full still with the caveat that I don't actually know that it's full, but it looks to be full based on what I knew I still needed and then what I watched as things went inside, and I went and checked different random bins and boxes and like the furniture and stuff. So I don't actually know that it is a 100% delivery, but if it's not, it's pretty damn close. So we're just gonna call it that. But I just wanted to get that done now because we'll get to it later, but I kind of wanted to do this in chunks and then maybe actually put in title, what are they called, chapter breaks, timeline break, whatever they're called. I don't actually have my brain back, so I don't know what they're called. Hi, you're making everything shake by jumping up there. Do you want to come here? Come say hi. So let me first show you. This is Jaden. She has gotten chubby. I know that was undignified. She just had water, so this side of her face is soaked. Hi. She's like alpha kitty here. There's 3 cats, my 2 and Steven's 1. And she's number 1. Kara, my other cat, is number 2. And Mr. Gray, as the much younger outsider cat to them, is number 3. But they've all gotten a little chubby. Okay, anyway. What was I going to? Oh, first, this is more for me than for you, I guess, but I'm going to talk about what I crafted. It's been almost 2 weeks, a week and a half. I don't even know how long it's been since I videoed. I videoed the day after, 2 days after Kaylin left. She still has another little over 2 weeks to go. Today's Wednesday, so 2 weeks and 2 days. Anyway, yes, she's quite gone the entire month. So, anyway, focus. So what I crafted since then, we'll cover that. I just want to talk like books just slightly, because that's been another thing that I've been engaging in. Jaden, you are making me nervous here. Okay. And then we will talk gifts and house stuff and plans, like life plans, not crafty plans, because I don't have any of those. My crafty plans are to craft as, yeah. Anyway, so I will show you first the main thing that I did was finish a diamond painting. This little cute guy. He's the one I found on the side of the road while staying here. It was like in early June, I feel like, when I found him on the side of the road. And plenty of drills. Every single color had leftovers, so I did not have to worry about that at all. What else? There were some places where the sticky wasn't very sticky, and some of the drills kept popping up, so I knew I wanted to seal it. So, I wasn't sure how I was going to do that, but I was thinking maybe I would get like a Mod Podge, like a glossy one. But as it turned out, I was gifted a diamond painting sealant, so I used that on here. So, and it definitely has animal hair stuck in it. I did use some tweezers to get out as much as I could, but there was a lot. And you can't tell on the camera, and somebody looking at it from an appropriate distance away will not be able to tell. So Stephen asked me how somebody displays something like this. And my favorite idea is to get that, I don't know what they're called. They're like hanger things where there's like a wooden piece up top that it clamps to. I do like the bottom wood piece too, that just kind of makes it feel finished like this. So there'd be like a wood piece that goes across here, but then the wood piece up here is like a hangy thingy that you can then hang on the wall, and they're replaceable, so you can like have a stash of finished diamond paintings somewhere, like hanging in a closet or like in a, I don't know, underbed storage or something, depending how big it is. I have no idea. I only have two. I have 2 finished diamond paintings, and this is one of them, so 3. I have 3 finished diamond paintings, provided that the other ones got delivered. I didn't see them specifically, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out in the next coming month. it'll take me a while. But then you can have these out when you want them out, and then swap them out when you want to see something different, or you finish something new, or seasons change. Like this is a cutesy Christmassy one, but like you don't want this up in the middle of summer. I mean, I don't. Maybe you do. But that's kind of my idea. That's what I want to get. And then you can paint the edges of these if you want, or a lot of people will use like a washi tape as a border. Just get the good stuff that's actually going to stick. Or not even a washi tape. You can get like duct tape too that will stick real well. So you don't have to always see these, but you still have a way to clamp the frame that I want onto it. But anyway, so I finished this up, and I love it. So sparkly. And it does seem like the sealant worked really well. I never used the sealant, so I was like, I hope everything's getting in all the cracks. I followed the instructions. That should work, right? Okay. I worked a little bit on, this is Nocturnal Messenger by Luthien Art Shop. She's on Etsy. And I didn't pull out the picture so you could see what it looked like, but it is right here. So so see here where the beak is? Pretty certain that's this is hard to do backwards, that little opening right there. So this is really nice to stitch on. I love Meltem's patterns. It's a really good combination of multiple colors, but still kind of blocky. Like, I don't feel like there's confetti in here at all. I am never doing just like single stitches in her work. That might be different in some of her much larger full coverage patterns, but with the quality of work that Meltem puts out, she goes through all of her charting meticulously to minimize colors, but still, and like ninja stitches, but still provides such a beautiful finish. So this is a 28 count, I don't know, I think it's a Lugana that I got at the store. 28 count, 1 strand over 1. It's a full cross, which I've honestly been liking the full cross a lot. I know that's weird to hear from me probably, because my bookshelf and other projects are a tent stitch, but there's something about a single strand cross that I really like. I really like how it lays perfect, like every time, without me having to do any like railroading or odd stuff. But it doesn't bother me too much in my other projects, but I think especially I'm drawn to it right now because I want something to feel right. I want something to feel like organized and where it's supposed to be. And this has been giving that to me. So it's at 6-point-something% now. 6.28%. So I've not reached 2,000 stitches. It's 1,886 stitches out of 30,000. And yes, this is the full width. So happy with that. Ooh, I got the lighting to look real good on it. Okay. Looking forward to stitching more on that. And I think there's going to be some things that will help make it a little easier. We'll get to that and I don't mind stitching in hand, but I also have pets and things, and so if I have to set it down to get up for any reason, chances of a cat coming and sitting on top of it are great, and I think I can avoid that soon. The last thing I've worked on is the other diamond painting I had started here. Now this is one that I had brought to Stevens when I was visiting him over the last year or whatever, and like wanted something other than cross stitch, because I would stitch all the way to his house. Like when I was at the airport on the planes, when I was at the bus station on the bus, like, I would stitch that whole time, and then sometimes when I was here, I wanted something to do, but I didn't always want to stitch. So I brought this diamond painting here, and so it's just been here ever since. But it is called Divinity by Julie Fain, and it is this piece. And there is a corner. This corner is done, but I'm not gonna unroll it all the way to show you that. But here we go. I had just this block done before, and now we are down here. All of that black is, look at that. Look how sparkly it is. I love how sparkly it is. And then we've got, these are ABs, and when I pulled them out, Steven was like, those look different. And I was like, oh, they've got a special coating on them, and they're called ABs. And he's like, what? You are such a nerd. I'm like, why is it a nerd to love sparkly things? He was like, you know the name of them. But he says it very lovingly. He is also a nerd, so he is not all making fun of me. I wish that it would show this really nicely, but all it wants to do is show this black, which looks amazing, but yeah. But that's how far I've gotten so far. These release papers are amazing because I can only uncover a portion and work on that, and so not a lot of hair has the chance to get caught. So I do quite like it. I'm happy that I had done this release paper before, so I didn't have any when I was working on this one. But they're double-sided release papers, so I don't have to pay attention to which side is going down, which is nice. But that's how far I got on this one. I don't even mind that, like, from the rest of this column is just black. It's really nice to just have, because what I'm loving is the motion. It's easy on the brain, and it's like I'm even only doing a single placer, which is just my preference. But like place, place, place. And I often do this one when we're watching something in the evening. You cannot get to me. I'm sorry, puppy. Those are all that I've crafted. So, let's move on to books. I had a limited number of books with me when I came here, mostly because I had a gift certificate from my sister that was to a place local to me in Virginia, and she gifted it to me for Christmas like a year and a half before I was moving. Oops. Anyway, we went like, Kaylin and I went there like 2 days before, it was the week the moving company was supposed to be there. It was during all of that, so I don't remember when exactly, but we had definitely packed up like all the books and most everything, and I was like, you know what, I had gotten, I think, 4 books from there, maybe 5, and I was like, we'll just put these, we'll just take them with us, and not, and then I knew I would have something to read. As it turns out, 2 of the books I got were not the first in the series, which was my mistake on one of them, and I don't know what the problem was on the other one, but anyway, I have, one of the ones I have been reading, and I'm not done it yet, is called The Bone Witch by Rin Chupeco. I've never read Rin before. This is the first, but the cover was gorgeous. I have heard a lot of people talking about her, so I decided to give her a try. As you can see, that's my bookmark. I I'm not even halfway yet, but that's because this keeps getting put down in favor of other things sometimes, which is okay. I don't mind at all. It's interesting, though, because it tells her story both from a, like, here's where she currently is and here's where she was, but where she was is written like it was first person, and like you're currently reading it as it's happening. So it's got like that difference. It switches back and forth. It's very clear when one is one, because when it's like the future current self, it's in italics, and that one doesn't last very long. It's like she's being interviewed, is what it feels like. I think that's what it is for her story. But yes, that's one that I picked up right before leaving, and I have to read, and I have been reading it, and I've been enjoying it. Last week? No, a couple weeks ago, when I was heading to Maine, to my house. I needed to like pick up packages and like check on the house and do some errands in the area. But I was also meeting up with a person from my new community there. And I had a couple hours of downtime, and I found myself at Walmart picking up, like, I don't know, toothpaste and some stuff. And I went and looked at the books and found Sarah J. Maas. There were, I mean, I think everybody knows who she is, even if you've not read her, because she's wildly popular. Which admittedly is one of the biggest reasons why I have not read her yet. So, but as I was looking at all the books and was wanting one, because I had known that I was going to have a time gap waiting to meet up with this other person. And I was like, oh, I'll bring my book, The Bone Witch, or I'll bring a cross stitch. And then I forgot to bring both of them. So I had nothing. Anyway, so I got this at wherever I said I was, Walmart, and read my first Sarah J. Maas. And I have read this completely through now, and my review is I enjoyed it. What I found really, really funny was I posted this on my Facebook that I was reading it, and that I was actually enjoying it. And I was curious about who would choose to respond and what they chose to talk about, because one thing that she is known for is her the other series more than is the one that's big, and everyone who talks about it, it's definitely in like the spicy romance category of comments, right? And I have a lot of people on my Facebook who are in the conservative Christian base, where that is not an acceptable thing, right? And then I also have people who love very, very well-written writing styles. I think Sarah J. Maas does really well, but her writing style is very, very accessible. Like, it's not, it's a very modern writing style, which I don't have a problem with. But I do have a lot of people who prefer an older or more, a non-modern writing style in their books, I guess. I can just say it that way. So I was curious to see what kind of response I would get, and it was good. It was good. I definitely had a few people who, everyone who had encountered Maas was like talking about the spice, right? And one person was like, what's very funny is that I had just read an article about how she's banned from the school libraries in Utah. Like, that tracks for Utah. Anyway, but I read this, at least in this first book, for anybody wanting to avoid spice. There's no spice in here. There's mentions of kisses and some hints at further things, but not like anything explicit by any means. So, just in case. Anyway, I loved that the writing was very accessible to my brain right now. I enjoy a wide variety of writing styles. I don't enjoy all genres of writing. I tend to stay away from horrors and stuff like that, which probably isn't any surprise, but anyway, I've just been holding that up forever. So I read that one, and then yesterday when I was heading back to Maine, I stopped by a store, Target, to get some, just some cleaning wipes and some sponges, although afterwards I was like, why did I get sponges if I was getting wipes and not a spray of any kind? But sponges still work because you can get them wet even if you don't have soap. However, the previous owner did leave one bottle of hand soap and his dish soap, so there's that. Not that I have any if I have dishes that are unbroken, they're in boxes now. But I have sponges and cleaning wipes. I went in for some cleaning things like that, and I came out with both of those things, but also some books. I was actually going to get whichever book is next for the after Throne of Glass. And it was there, but I spied this book. It's called The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. And this one I've actually been seeing around lately. I need to take off these stickers, but I just got this. And look, it's got purple pages, like the edges of it. So, come on. But it is talked about as like a cozy book, and it feels like it's going to be a kind of more gentle, less adventure-y kind of book, and it's gorgeous, and it is gorgeous. I don't even know what the... Ooh, look at that. It's pretty. So, I picked this book up, and then I saw the cover to this one, and that was adorable. It's called A Month of Sundays by Courtney Peppernell, and I know nothing about this, but this was so adorable that I picked it up to look at. And it's a mix of prose and poetry throughout the whole thing. Like, poetry, prose, throughout the entire thing. But it is one cohesive story throughout. So it was so intriguing, and like I said, that there are a few illustrations in it. Aren't they just so cute? They're so cute. I'm so sorry about the puppy. There is somebody outside. Hey. Hold on. Oh, I can pause. If anyone knows how to train a dog to not bark, that would be lovely. Even better if you just come and train them. She gets triggered by things that she hears outside and then goes off on them, and yeah. Anyway, books. So other books have been audiobooks. I've listened to... Oh, no, please don't download them. Let me look this up in a different way. So there's no chance of it. Alright. Can we just show the picture? Okay, no. That's a terrible picture because of the lighting, and it won't make it big because we're fantastic like that. Anyway, it's called Touch of Power by Maria V. Snyder. I really like Snyder's works, but this was one I hadn't read yet. My youngest sister actually introduced me to her many years ago. And then I read one called Magic Forged by K.M. Shea, S-H-E-A. And again, terrible picture because I'm trying to show it on a screen with the, that light, a light shining. Why can't we just, whatever. And currently I am listening to The Wandering Inn by Pirate B. B-E-A, Pirate A-B, I don't know. I should know. Pirate A-B-A is what it says. This book is 43 hours long. And it is a new genre to me. It's called Lit RPG, so literary role-playing game, and it takes elements from role-playing games and brings them into a book. So this one starts off with a human female suddenly finding herself not in her world and not in her life. She's suddenly dumped into this other world and has to figure out how it works. And it even brings in elements like classes and skills and leveling up and stuff like that. I don't think it would ever become a favorite genre for me, but I am enjoying it a lot, and I like the storyline. It brings in all of these other characters too, and it's a series, so this is only book 1. And the narrator does a really good job with all the different voices that she has to voice, because there's different races, not just different humans in it. So I'm enjoying it a lot, and it doesn't feel like it's just a really long, forever long book, even though it's 43 hours and I have like 16 or 17 hours left. I've really been enjoying that one. I usually turn on an audiobook when I'm driving back and forth from Maine, unless I very specifically wish to sing, and then I'll turn on music. But usually I've been pulling out the audiobooks, and a lot of my books have been fantasy based. I love fantasy first and foremost as a genre, but it's not the only thing I read, and I enjoy nonfiction too, but I haven't had access to it, and with all of the moving stress and being in limbo for so long, comfort is key. And I've just leaned in with that real hard, and I have zero problems with it. Yeah. Okay, now, I am boxed in here on this side, so I'm about to give myself a lot to clean up afterwards, but I feel like I would feel I was gonna say ingenious, and that is not the right word. Ingenuous? Disgenuous? What word am I making up right now that I should not be making up? So, back to this house and moving and everything. Like I said, I do believe I have everything or most of everything. I have seen enough of the things that matter most to me to, like, not even care if they did miss some things or misdelivered some things. I have already opened myself to feeling the grieving that I had already worked. I hadn't really worked through it, but I had already known which items would be the very hardest for me to never see again. And I touched on those on my last video. It's my treasure hunt bookshelf, my piano, and there's a handful of art things that were done by me, Kaylin, my sisters, and like real people specific. Like sometimes this artwork was specific for me, and in the case of my sisters, they were just ones that they had done that I ended up with, and I'm totally still keeping. I don't even care if they ever see them on my walls and go, "You like that?" Like, yes, okay. Anyway, everything else would have been sad to never see again, but would have been replaceable. But it was this handful of things. Even my piano, I admit, can be replaced, but this piano, I loved the sound of it, and the feel of it was perfect for me, and it's this beautiful wood color instead of like that shiny, I don't know how modern pianos are specifically made of. That is not something I claim expertise in. But it's not like that shiny, I don't know, non-wood thing. Like this is just wood. Like you can see it's wood. And I love it. And it's a petite baby grand, and it would have been hard to find a replacement at a decent price that also sounded good and felt good. So I was in tears when it came off of the truck. When I had talked with the man about it and where it had to go in my garage. I'm not happy about it, but there's 2 doors into my house, and the accessible functional door, if you saw my house tour video, it goes into the kitchen, and you've got these curves to get into the house. You would not be able to put a piano in like that. Period. And there's some other larger items that fit that same bill that are also in the garage. But the other door is screwed shut. I'm hoping that's the only thing that's the only problem right now with getting it open, because that means I could unscrew it and we would be able to move in the piano when I have a space for it, and get it put back together and everything. But as of right now, I don't have that. So I'm not happy about it in the garage, but it is in the garage. But yeah, I cried a lot seeing that one come out. And the treasure hunt bookshelf, that one was actually delivered in the first small amount of my stuff that had been delivered. And yes, I had cried too when that passed me by and I saw it. Like, yes. And there is, it's interesting, because when we were packing up, Kaylin and I, we had a lot of conversations about how we had been slowly doing some decluttering things, and how as we were packing, we were decluttering tons and tons. We gave away so much stuff. We took things my friend who took stuff to the dump, she went to the dump 3 times for me. But she also, I was like, take any of these. Like, she's fantastic with repurposing, but also reselling. So I was like, it's yours if you want it. If you don't want to deal with it, like, just take it to the dump. I'm too busy. I'm too stressed. I can't do this. She turned in, I can't remember if I said this in the last video or not, but she turned an old bunk bed that was from my childhood, that for some reason I had in my garage and we didn't use it. She took it and turned it into a farm stand. It's adorable. She painted it and everything. So, anyway, we've been having these conversations about decluttering, about minimizing, about having the things that mattered most to us. And then, over the last couple months, when, like, we kept having these conversations about, well, what if it never comes back, any of it? And you have to, like, sit with that question. And it's hard enough when it's all of this, like, nebulous, all the things. But eventually there were things that, like, yes, I had built my home library. Yes, I had a small amount of, like, stitchy items and stuff like that. But those were replaceable. They're the things that mattered most. I packed up books and crafts first. I was like, do we have to pack up the kitchen at all? Can we just get rid? Like, I mean, it wasn't financially smart to get rid of the things, right? But we talked even that as we unpacked, we probably would continue to declutter. Like, we got rid of the first 10 layers of the onion in the packing process, but we would probably find things in the unpacking process that were now the outer layer that could now be taken off. And now, having had distance from everything for 2 months, and over 2 months, 2.5 months, and having to grapple with not seeing it again, will there be more things that don't stay? Probably. Do I know what they are yet? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So here's my plan. Moving forward, it's a very vague plan because that's how I lived my life for 2 months. And I don't see a need to force it to be any different right now. Kaylin comes back in a little over 2 weeks. And September 3rd is when dance classes start. And we will be starting school-ish about that time frame as well. I do not feel a push to have everything, like, put away and unpacked before that point. In large part because Kaylin is looking forward to this too, and there's zero reason why I should do it all myself. So I'm not going to. There's also zero reason for me to force myself to be there while it's utterly chaotic in there. Like, all the boxes, there's barely a place to walk in that first floor. I can't bring my pets there yet, and so I will be taking I will go down there for like a full day to well, I say a full day, but it's a 2-hour drive back here, and I don't want to be too tired on that drive back. But anyway, yesterday, the drive back, I finished at 6:30. I think I was, yeah, from 4:30 to 6:30, I was driving back here. And, like, the last 45 minutes was just yawning, and it was brutal. And I wasn't even moving stuff around in my house. Like, it was just from all the emotions of yesterday. Anyway, but I will take multiple days to go down, over, up. It is over and up from here. And to start moving things, I can move our clothes into our respective bedrooms. I still haven't decided whether or not I will try to be putting in heating before the winter, or if I will be going ahead and shutting off the top. I suppose the best thing would be for me to get a quote once I have not everything piled into 2 rooms downstairs. But I can move things that are Kaylin's into her room and things that are mine into my room, and then I can start making sense of, like, where everything else needs to go. The kitchen stuff can go in the kitchen, and, you know, like, I can start very slowly figuring it out. And then I have like 40 whatever boxes of books and 4 ginormous boxes of games and puzzles. I don't know where everything's gonna go, and even if I'll be able to, like, even kind of make it all work, but I will start making sense of it and get it to the point where we can at least, Kaylin and I and my 4 animals can be there by the time she gets back. That's my plan. Yeah. Okay, so that's the plan. That's like where the house is at. That's where I'm at. But now I would like to address, like, all the, like, insane generosity and kindness and love from everybody. It's not just you, it's mostly you guys. Like, you guys are the best community anyone could ever want. But between you and the people who are, like, Facebook isn't mostly stitching people, it's, right? Like, that's, we understand the division here, right? So, the people through Facebook have also sent me things and gift cards and donated and stuff like that. But the majority of these boxes that I have here are from all of you. And I said on my novella on Facebook, right at the very end, how that was an emotion I was dealing with. How to receive any kind of delivery after being the recipient of so much generosity has a very real guilt feeling attached to it. Like it reflects badly on my character. And I think that's just me and having feelings and probably trauma reactions involved in there about my worthiness, I guess. And I'm reminding myself that there's a lot of good in this world. There's a lot of love and kindness and amazingness. And usually I prefer to be the person who helps other people feel that. I want people to feel like it's okay to have feelings. They're not crazy for having to survive, for having trauma tactics in place, like coping mechanisms. It's best to feel that love for ourselves, but there's no reason why we can't feel it from others, because sometimes that's how we move on. That sometimes we have to. I think the healing often needs it, because trauma happens at the hands of other people, and it requires moments, many moments, with other people before our bodies say other people aren't a danger. They don't pose a threat to us. Because those are reactions that happen on this very visceral level. And I like to be that for other people a lot. I like to serve in the background, mostly. I don't want to be the person up in front. I want to be the person that makes sure that your water cup is filled, that you have access to snacks just in case you're hungry, that serving ham is a chore because it's wieldy and not cut off the bone fully, so let me do that. That's what I like to do. I see where there are parts that could just go smoother, and I like to help it be smoother. So to be the one to receive from people who want to do that for me, are there even words to say how touching it is? How do you describe those emotions accurately? When you're not even sure what they all are. It's big emotion, and it's big good emotion. But I do think that it still comes with its fair amount of like, why me? How is it me? And there doesn't have to be a reason. And I keep telling myself that, because that's what I would tell somebody else, is there doesn't have to be a reason for somebody to put out goodness and kindness in the world. But thank you. Thank you to every single one, every comment, every message. I can't tell you how many comments and messages it gets overwhelming. And I don't know that it even takes that many to feel overwhelming right now. But I'm sorry if I have missed your message, or email or comment, and I haven't responded or anything. Like, just don't be afraid to get in my face again if it's been a couple days. Because but thank you. Thank you for putting out the goodness and kindness and love, because it matters. It matters. So I did consider not doing this on film, but there are things here that I don't know who to thank. And so I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to steward everything that I've been entrusted with, whether it's through the GoFundMe or the donations directly to me, the many gift cards that have come through my email, and then all of these boxes. I've gone twice to the post office, and there I pull out my P.O. box and I have all of these like yellow slips which they use to tell you that you have a package, and I go in and they see them and they're like, oh yeah, you've got a big pile. And it takes me 3 trips to carry everything outside. And this last time I was there, they asked if I'd been able to settle in yet. Like, it's a small town post office and just incredible. But all of you right now, like, I cry. I cannot. Steven's like, are you going to show these on your video? And I'm like, I think so. He's like, are you going to cry? I'm like, probably. It's unavoidable. I've seen everything. I've opened all of these packages already. And I just need you to know that I'm so grateful, and that those words are so inadequate, because what it has done for me emotionally and mentally is huge. And there's people who even they know that I have delivery, or at least partial delivery, if they haven't seen that I have a full delivery now, who have still sent me money and gift cards and packages. I want there to be words, because that's how I get to tell you. But I don't have them. I just don't have them. But I will take what I've gotten. Some of it will be used to help us get settled in. I foresee lots of quick and easy but expensive meals while trying to settle in or driving back and forth. I've also asked Kaylin to choose some like stuff she wants in her bedroom that I would really like to be able to get before she gets back, so it's there. She hasn't gone back to me yet, but yeah, that's okay. She's got some time still. And And then I know we'll be looking for some good causes to be able to pay it forward to. And as we find things to not keep among our things, and as we're settling in with everything, I'll be able to use those items to donate to I wish I could edit this video, but it's too challenging right now. But I remembered about the pause button, so that helps. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was saying now. Oh, we'll be finding like shelters to donate to, or people in the community who also need items. I promise you, it all matters to me, and I will make sure that everything continues to matter, whether anything stays with me or moves on. Okay, so I don't even know where to start here. Okay, I'm just gonna start right here. Like I said, sorry puppies, I don't always, there are some things in here I don't know if, who gifted them or anything. I will not do any kind of shout out, here. So if you see your things, just know I am so grateful to you. Okay, so one is this little, it's an urge hoop. I love the size, and this is the one that I think will work really well with this project. And yeah, of course purple. We've got the diamond painting sealer. Oh man, the light here is just, yeah. This is not even my normal like camera or anything. Nothing is normal about what I'm doing right now. But here, diamond painting sealant. Oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? Let us make room for the pile I'm gonna have. Okay. These are diamond painting coasters. Like it even comes with the coaster holder, which I think is so fun. I don't know if this is a, I'm gonna pause so it's not loud. Okay, so what I had wanted to see was if there were designs on these, or if it was like a do-it-yourself completely thing. But it looks like there's a few colors, 4 colors. So there's like a gold and oh no, this is all that color, and then a darker version, and then I don't know, an even darker version. Like a darker of the gold version. So there's 4 colors, and then it does, oh shoot, here we go. Yeah, so it does have a pattern on here, and and I don't know how you peel it off. There's a layer thing and you peel it off like normal. And each of these patterns, like, they're different. Like, they're not the same. And then this is a paper sticky. You pull it off, and then that, and you put it on the bottom. Ideally set to right. So you got your coaster. So cute. And Kaylin and I love coasters, and I don't think we have any. Honestly, I'm a little not clear on some items that we may have even packed up, honestly. But I guarantee you we didn't have these kind of coasters. So this is a diamond painting that is rose. The picture's here, but how are you gonna see tiny things? But there it is. I love the stained glass kind of feel, so I almost pulled this out when I remembered that I had the Divinity one and that it was already started, so I decided I would do that one. Oh my gosh, okay, this one. This is so cool. It's a flashlight. It feels heavy duty, and like it's hard to tell, but it's like a dome, and when it is on, it like has a very clearly defined area. Can you see like this line right here? It's like a very clearly defined light circle. It's really, really cool. And there's also a display here that tells you how the battery is. Like that, 67%. So cool. And it's got, I'm trying to turn it off right now, but it's got different light modes, like different brightnesses, but also like you can make it strobe, which I would only use for, I need to get someone's attention or whatever. Oh my gosh, it's like the coolest flashlight that I've definitely ever owned, and you can put batteries in it, but you can also charge it. So cool. And I don't even own a flashlight. Like, I have to use my phone flashlight, and we all know that that works, but it's not really good when you definitely need a flashlight. And there's definitely times you need a flashlight, especially like when you're working on a house and like basements and stuff. Okay. This is a diamond painting, like, I was gonna say a treasure set, but like accessory pack with waxes and multi-placers. Look how gorgeous those are. They're multi-placers, but also like those, like this one is one of those like flat edges that you can use to help press things down. And then like the pen holders. Look at that. There's 3 of them. And they are so, they're beautiful. Wait, do they actually move in? I don't think they move. But yeah. Look at that. I love these so much. And there's these little like plasticky ring things, and I think that those go on multi-placers to help it grip in here. I think they're extras because there are already those on these placers. And I think yeah, like this one is a 3, there's a 2, 7. I'm trying to see. Oh, there is a single. Look, here's a single with a, it's like an angled piece. Those ones are really nice to work with. I like those ones. I think I tried one out. Or maybe I just like the idea of it. I can't even remember now. Did you know that living in Virginia feels like forever ago? Okay. Now this, there's a funny story to this. 12 books I wish every college freshman read before enrolling in my class. This one is from, this is from a roommate, not, well, she actually wasn't my roommate, but somebody I knew in college, who is in English and has taught both at a high school and at a college level. She teaches at a college level now. And she messaged me later and she was like, it's actually 14 books, and now you know why I didn't offer anything for math. It was very funny to me. And I can't remember if I got everything back in this book. But To Kill a Mockingbird, Fahrenheit 451, Beowulf. This one's translated by Burton Raphael. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, The Diary of a Young Girl, Anne Frank, The Odyssey and Homer, translated by W.H.D. Rouse, Pride and Prejudice, Beloved by Toni Morrison. This one says winner of the Nobel Prize in Literature. And apparently now a major motion picture. A Midsummer Night's Dream. The House on Mango Street. House Made of Dawn, also a Pulitzer Prize winner. A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf. Things Fall Apart. And The Poet. And she did say, she's like, some things are just all around good books. Some are just like meant for like expanding one's mind. She gave me reasons. And some of these I haven't even heard of. So I'm happy. And most of them I had not owned. So that's going to help a lot with getting Kaylin settled into homeschooling. She is asking me to ease her into homeschooling. We'll see. Okay. Here's a gorgeous fabric. It's Be Stitch Me fabric, which I've used, and it's beautiful. It is a 28 count Lugana in Portobello. Like, look at that. Like, here's something, something that was hard for me was to, I don't think I was ever in danger of never stitching again, right? But there was a little bit of like creative sadness there. And seeing many of these fabrics and patterns and flosses and literally everything really has me very, very excited. Okay, this is called Sorbet. And you don't know this, but I have a pattern that I am hoping is going to fit on this. That is of me and my daughter. Because I was looking for something like this for it to go on, and seeing it in person only makes me believe that it's the right choice. So I am dying for this one now. It's, again, a 28 loop count Lugana, and I am hoping that that pattern fits on here. And I think it should. But just based off my memory of how big that had been charted. So, yeah. Then this one is called Ledger. Again, these are all Bestitch Me, but this is a Jobelin. I have actually never stitched a Jobelin before, so I like how it feels. Like, I don't have a favorite fabric, honestly. I love linens and Luganas, and like any even weave, really. I don't often stitch on Aida, but I will. But this is definitely, like, it's got more of a weight to it than Lugana is. Lugana is a very soft fabric, and Jobelin doesn't. But look at that. I am so happy about how accurate these colors are coming across. I hope all the fabrics do, because they're gorgeous. It's called Ledger by Bestitch Me. We've got Pink Chocolate. This is also a Jobelin. And it actually, it has much more of a purple vibe than a pink vibe, even though it's called Pink Chocolate. This one has like a Mirabilia vibe to it, or any other fancy lady, a Bella Filipina. That's the vibe that gives me. Home Sweet Home by Stony Creek. Back to the Grind by Silver Creek Samplers. Little House Needleworks 12 Days of Christmas. Jardin Privé, The 12 Days of Christmas. I've been wanting to try a Jardin Privé. Madame Lafille, Secrets de Beauté. I don't know. It's cute. It is adorable. But I assume it's like Secrets of Beauty. Is that? Summer Sweetness. This is Tempting Tangles. It does say it's one of a series of 8 seasonal coffee and tea designs. It makes me curious because I don't know what all the things are. Like Rainflower Tea. I don't know what that is. A Shannon Christine Christmas Barn. And here's the thing about a lot of these things that I've been gifted is that they came with notes saying that these are things that, like, we're just extras in your house. And I think that that's the beautiful thing about this community is that, like, we like to try different things, and sometimes we find that it's not for us, or, you know, it's a color we didn't, or we got the pattern, but then a couple years later we're like, our tastes have shifted or whatever. And but then we feel some kind of guilt about having spent the money on it, and so, like, we want to make sure, I don't know, we kind of feel like, oh, we have to stitch it, or we need to sell it to justify that we stitched on it. And I think that that's a damaging mindset to our mental health, and something that I think that this community is so good at is every stitch retreat has a freebie table, right? Like, you can bring things and take and pass and share around, and it's good, and it's beautiful. And that's what these notes in many of these were like. I just had these things, they went unused, and whether or not you use them, you'll find homes for them where they will. So it's just, again, another one of those things that just made me cry at the reminder of how good the stitching community is. You guys, I've missed you guys so much over the past couple months, several months, all year. It's crazy. These are DMC needles, size 26. You're just going to have to take my word for it. There we go, DMC. You'll have to take my word for it. Q-snaps. And look how little these are. It's so little. I don't know if I left myself enough of a margin, but I might have to see which one, like whether the Nurge or the Q-snap works better for this. But there is this size as well. So and then floss. Look at this gorgeousness. Again, it was extras. And now I'm the one with the extras that get to get used by me, or find another loving home where there's a need. Look at that bag. Look at this bag. Okay. And then, like, how... There's so much. There's lots of ribbon, and I think that these are, like, for finishes and stuff like that. There's, like I said, lots of ribbon. Cute bags. Look at these needle minders. This one, you can't look because the light is obnoxious. This is a butterfly. Look at this dragonfly, though. And there's two backings because it would be really hard to have just one on this piece. But look at that. Another needle minder. And I love people who do like that extra little bit on there. I really want you to be able to see them. They're snowman bells. More ribbon. This is another ribbon. This, I think I need to pull all the way out to show you what is here. But it's a fob. And it's so happy with its yellows. And then it says, be bright, be sunny. Right here. It's big. It's got weight. I love it. These are so adorable. They're sheep, and they're bobbins. So you put the floss here. And there's green and pink and blue in here. These are more floss drops, and it's hard to have enough floss drops. That's a stitcher. I've never actually had these to try out, and so I'm excited to give these a try. But they're like these silicone jobbies that like curl up. Like that's their default, right? And so you put it in your fabric, like you roll up your fabric, and then you attach them. It's okay, and they stay like that. So I suppose whether I use like these or that in order to, I don't know, hold some of the, because I don't love having to sit back down and then having to readjust my fabric again to be like, okay, now I'm stitching. And that's kind of what I'm wanting to eliminate, and what I'm thinking of when I'm seeing all of these different things. A pin cushion, a tin, magnetic tin, so needles can all go in here. These adorable hedgehogs, and again, I think you bobbin them. Another needle minder. It's so pretty. Some different needles. This one's Artiste. This is DMC. These are beading needles, and I only have a few beading needles somewhere. So we're stitchers. We always need needles. A tail end weaver. I have wanted to try these and never have. Little, these are great when you're gonna finish. Not that I finish. Somebody said recently, have you ever lost your FFO bug because you've been doing so much lately? And I'm like, I never have the FFO bug, so I can never lose it. But these are really good when you're FFOing. These little clips, because they help hold things in place. More ribbon. There is so much in this bag. This says, so much floss, so little time. I did not get they sell these on their Etsy store. I just didn't get permission to like share it, but I love their logo. It's on the back of this. More ribbon. Three of these are this kind, the rickrack kind, and this one's like a lace one. The lighting is not going to show it. And then look at this. Her note to me said, she's like, I hope you like this color. I am almost positive this is the color that I have on Ink Circle's Cirque de Caro. Is that the one I have going? It's on gray fabric. I am positive that this is the same color. It is gorgeous and I love it. It's a Silks For You PR090. Oh my gosh, it is so yummy. It is so, so yummy. Okay, I am going to put all of these back in this bag. I don't know how does so much fit into a bag? And like, I might actually FFO some things now because I have things with which to FFO. I think that's often been the thing that stopped me, is like, sometimes it's just making the decision on how to do it, and then you have to like get the stuff to do it. And if your brain doesn't say yes, then how do you force that? Now this, I haven't tried to take this paper off yet, but in transit the paper got stuck. But it says "Love makes a house a home." She said her husband made these signs and boards for me. But guys, this next one that I'm going to show you, like, I can't believe that somebody made that for me. Okay, I know that this is a cutting board, but it's not ever going to be a cutting board for me. And then Kaylin made this logo for me. And to see it etched like this, this is so meaningful and special to me on so many levels. And I don't know if they knew that it would be to this messy degree. Y'all, being a full coverage stitcher who loves 28 count, it means that so many of you who tried 28 or even 25 count and didn't like it sent me your fabric. I have zero reason to not start all the things. Because a lot of times having gridded fabric, I got hair in my mouth, like pet hair. Anyway, that's been the thing that's like stopped me, is because like I already have projects started. It's hard to spend more money on like huge cuts of fabric. Anyways, oh man, I am like stalked though, and it has me so stoked because I've immediately thought through the patterns that I have and like, oh, this one will fit on it. Oh, this one's a good candidate. Oh, I've been wanting to start that one. It's so good. Okay, Tulip Quilt Sampler by Rosewood Manor. Now these are going to be gorgeous magazines to look through. I love high quality magazines like this. It's called In Her Studio, Spaces and Stories of Creative Women. And I'll just show you some of what the inside looks like. I cannot wait for to read these. And here's another one of them in her studio. And then there's this one called Where Women Create, Inspiring Workspaces of Extraordinary Women. Now this has been something on my mind a lot, which is why these, besides being this high quality magazine, I can't wait to read and to look, because I've been thinking about what I'm going to be doing. How I can have a space in my little house. I don't have a room I get to call a studio. Well, that's not fully true. If I decide to not sleep in my bedroom, then my bedroom can become a studio. I'd have to sleep elsewhere, or literally keep my bed in a corner. We'll see. But, yeah, that's been something that I've been thinking about, is how I loved my space previously, in my past house, and how I can iterate upon it to make it even more functional and better and deliberate. This one's called Simply Vintage. This one is geared more towards quilts, but it's got other kind of crafts, and it does have like pattern things in it too. It's got like these are hand stitched on. So, and then Christmas, my favorite holiday, although I am enjoying leaning into a little bit more of Halloween. Halloween is definitely not my favorite, but it is Kaylin and Steven's favorite, and so I'm enjoying learning how to help both of us, all of us, enjoy it. But here's just some of the things. It's hard to show stuff in this book because often the picture and the pattern are right there. But look at these colors. So yummy. This one, this pink, this reminds me of the gnome one from Kaylee Tent Stitch. What is her shop name? I know it's .ca. I can't remember her shop name, but she's Kaylee Tent Stitch on Instagram. But the gnome one that I did on a kind of a pinky fabric, and that's what that one reminds me of. I don't have space anywhere. Okay. This one, best mail ever, and warning, pretty things inside. So we got a bag. It says Dream in Color. Do you know how much I love little bags, and I love to organize things into little bags and little containers? Because I do. I've got the notes. So these are needle minders. This one says, "You are so great." This one says, "This is a positive sign." And then a house. And then we've got S. And then a girl with like gems as glasses. There is a glass frame on them. And then No Bad Days. And bunches of stickers. Oh wait, and this needle threader. But then like bunches of stickers. I like this rainbow one a lot. It says smile. Got good vibes. Grow through what you go through. A sun. It's a good day to be happy. And again, this one I like. Show them the colors. Make your own sunshine. There's no way I could have opened these live. I kid you not, I cried every single time. I cry a lot. I cry a lot. Alright. This bag was made specifically for me, they told, so. I'm known for purple. Kayla was like, you do say that your favorite color is purple, right? I'm like, yeah. So, I did. For the longest time, I would say that I didn't have a favorite color, because I really didn't. It also depended on application, but purple has definitely become like a very special, meaningful, like, thing to me. A stitcher can never have enough floss. We got bobbins. And these bags. Look. I cannot get enough of these bags. I literally use them all the time and everywhere. This is a stand. And this is a magnifier. I promise I read your letter about it, but yeah, there's your stand. It's so compact. It's so nice. So sturdy. I've not yet ever used a magnifier. But I can imagine it could be helpful on a 40 count. I have a 40 count. This is a bobbin box. And this is a bobbin box full of all of those supplies that we use all the time. I have never had a cross stitch gauge, so this is exciting. It'll be so much easier than like having to hand count. But it starts at 11, so it goes 11, 14, 16, 18, 22, 25, 26, 28, 30, 32, 36, and 40. And then you've got like inches and centimeters. So very, very handy of a thing. And then highlighters and it's purple! Cloth measuring tape, which we only have one and it's dying, and Kaylin loses it all the time because we both use it. Oh, this is a stylus. And this, I think, is a pen. Oh, a friction. This is a friction pen. Oh, this is a scissors. Oh, look at these. Look at the color. I'm dying. It is more. There is some more purple than it wants to show in here, but like, look at that ombre magic. a needle minder. We've got John James needles, size 24, 26, and 28. Which are all ones I use. And then, like, scissors and these little clippies from, like, they're so handy. Look at this. I can literally put scissors everywhere because sometimes that stops me. Like right now I only had the one pair of scissors, but I had 2 projects, so if I took one somewhere with me, I had to make sure that I had the scissors with me, and if I didn't, then I was like, well, can't stitch. And I love that these have, what are these called? Cases. For the words. Yep. And then these are needle threaders. Like, I don't think we realize how many little accessories that go with our, you know, extras, right? Like, you don't need them, but they definitely make a craft more enjoyable. Another needle tin. And these are so useful. I have used these a lot. Okay. Because fabric. And then I love these neutrals. This is a sage. It's not going to show up, but it is a gorgeous sage color. That is so grayed out right now. It is inaccurate, but if you were to think of the color sage, that is going to be accurate. This is called Whisper. It's a gray, but I would say again that's not very accurate of a gray. You can tell that that's a little bit more green and that's a little bit more gray when I put them together like that. New Khaki. I think I've used this color, or I've used one like it before. It's a perfect one for some of those like the more rustic patterns. Mushroom. This is a Monaco, which I don't think I've used a Monaco. It feels even more stiff than the Jobelin, like more. And I don't mean stiff like you can't move it at all, but like if you've used Lugana, you know how soft it is, and some people really don't like that. But the Monaco and the Jobelin both are not that like loose softness. And an ivory. It's in the packaging. I don't want to pull it up. We all know what ivory looks like. My brain is literally trying to match up patterns to fabric right now. Like every time I see more, I'm like, and I've been missing that for months now, even beyond this whole moving part. But it's been like stress and busy for so long that it's been hard to do stuff like that. But this is, oh, I love it. I just do. Create. Just getting that side of the creativity back. For the stylist, look at this gorgeous purple case that comes with a practically brand new Samsung Galaxy tablet. She got it to use for Pattern Keeper, but then ended up wanting a larger screen. So she got a larger screen, but then had this and didn't have anything to do with it. Like, when I say you guys have spoiled me, it is not an understatement. And I feel that I'm already out of space. I feel a huge desire to use them or move them into homes that also love them. Like, I love it. Hold on. Ugh. No, I can't. I have a dog sitting over there. I really need you to just stay up there. Can you just stay? This is a nearly full set of DMC. This is a very vacuum sealed, but kitchen towels. I mean, it's just so funny to me. I'm like, I can play with it. Measuring spoons and measuring cups, which I'm going to guess my daughter will be very thrilled to have a full set, because we definitely didn't have a full set anymore. First aid kit. Like, we all need one. Another diamond painting. That is... The cat's face is like right on this fold, but it is a cat. You can see its ears right there. Okay, hold on, that's Kaylin. Okay. She's at the orthodontist since she's back in Virginia, and she didn't wear her retainers appropriately, and so I had to have her dad take her back to the orthodontist, and she was just giving me the follow-up, because I was like, I need to know. They're giving her a few rounds of Invisalign to fix it, but she can use like the final ones as a final set of retainers for a while until I get her in somewhere. So this is diamond painting storage. And I think we've seen my diamond painting storage. That is really sad and when I have more than one going on. It's a nice case with purple accent. And it's these little tubes. With a funnel that didn't get smushed in transit. That's nice, because the one I did a collab for them, this company, and their funnel like had gotten weirdly squished. And I'm like, I hope not all of your funnels are like that, but it looks like it was not all of them. But I love their trays. They're these, look, this is a huge tray for diamond painting, and it's really nice. So this is from Art Dot. They've got a pretty good supplies for your diamond painting storage needs. Alright, and this one, as far as the like craft items go, this one might be our favorite. I mean, Kaylin hasn't seen everything yet because she's not been here, but I sent a picture to her. It is a tool set. That's pink! Oh my, like, I super love this, and Kaylin loves it, and I have a feeling like she'll willingly find the tools with this, and it's compact, and everything is here. Like, it's, and even like the little, like screwdrivers and stuff. So yes, among the non-stitchy things, this one just, I got so excited and texted it to Kaylin right away because I was like, she's gonna love this too. And super perfect because the tools are somewhere maybe, and this is just gonna help me be able to have access to stuff right away. Because we always need access to stuff like that. This one I opened you. The post office was like, you bought a Christmas tree? I'm like, no, I didn't. I didn't. But this is a perfect box for this. These are scroll rods. I haven't fully opened it yet because I was yeah. But these are scroll rods that are like a clampy kind, I think. Okay, and then I feel like I've only started exploring a lot of things, and so I'm really excited to give some of these a try. Oh, nails! Okay, so this is the kind that, these are all little nails that are sticking up, and you put your fabric in it. There you go. And then the other side has little holes in it, and then you poke them through, but don't do it on screen because you won't be able to, obviously. Did I line them up wrong? Does it need to go this way? Oh, yeah, of course it goes the other way. And then you'd be able to roll it. And both sides are like that. And then you've got these that yeah, one on top, one on bottom on both sides. These are roll-up frames. So yeah, just let me put the rubber bands back on because I don't want to accidentally have nails everywhere. Oh look, that's brilliant. I think this is the size. It says 16, but these, so you know which way to orient them, so you didn't have to do what I did, which was, I suppose, feasible, but like, that's a brilliant thing to do. It's just color one side of it, so you know exactly which way it goes. Some people are so smart.
Okay. I've only partially opened these before, but that was mostly because I didn't have an easy thing. I'm going to use my pink tool here. Mickey guy, maybe I should pause this, but okay. It's a jar. It's only part of the thing. It's this one. This video is super long. Plastic wrap. Sorry. But hold on, the top is adorable. And I've almost got it all the way out. I have a feeling Kaylin will try to steal this from me. If it were pink, she absolutely would. But, the fact that it's a heart might be enough to make her try to steal this from me. But, oh my gosh, look at that. I don't know what this will be used for yet, but oh my gosh. I've really been wanting to smell this, so now I finally can. It's a candle. I can smell it already. It's eucalyptus and tea is what it says. How to make a long video even longer. Give Suki a candle. Yes. Okay. We've got a bigger Nerge. This is an excellent size. This might be my favorite Nerge size. It seems to fit, like, give you a pretty decent stitch area, but not feel too overwhelming in its bigness. Let me put the knife away. Stand, which is gonna get paired with something or like this. It'll just make it so much easier. I love it. And I've never used this kind of like a lap stand, so really excited to try this one out. I mean, like, do you know my love of office supplies? We got sticky notes. These are fantastic for grocery lists and meal planning. Like, this is something like this or this kind is exactly what I use for those all the time. It's all, the only way something like that gets done. And these are like sticky note tabs. These are the color tabs. They go like on top or on the side or whatever, like that. And then like a variety of pens, and I'm gonna have to stop Steven from taking these ones, I think, because he also has a love of office supplies. But we've got like all of these. The one that I think he wants to try the most is this one. I haven't even told him it's here yet, but it's a Sarasa. It's a zebra Sarasa, and he's been looking at them a lot lately. But like, I love nice pens, and I am going to enjoy trying every single one of these. They are all different. All of these are different pens. And this, oh my gosh, look at that. This is one of those like accessory bins or thread catchers, and you snap it together like this, and it's this nice open thing for you to either like put scissors in, or like I said, like your threads can easily go into something like this. I love it. I really do. Like, my love of office supplies and little containers and stuff is a big thing. This is, I can't remember what it's called. It has a little handle, and it's got a little zipper on this side. It's a vinyl, like, pouch. And then you've got a place inside, like this is where needles can go. This is a needle minder attached even. And a thread bed, is that what these are called too? Because it's the thread will like stick to it. So you can like put a coil of floss in. And your pattern can be in here, and your needles, and then you've got everything. And then there's another pouch in the back too. I can't remember exactly what this is called, but I wish I did, and I've never tried one, but I did look at them once because I thought that it'd be a really great thing for like going to retreats and stuff, but I never pulled the trigger on it. And this is why I'm like, how are you guys mind readers, or have I really just talked enough at you guys that I mean, you guys do know me pretty darn well. And then this is a Thea Governor. It is a gorgeous one. I really like this one. It's called Herb Panel, and it's got everything in here for it. I have not ever tried a Thea Governor. Do we say it Thea, or do we say it with a T? Thea. I don't know. It might just... I'm an ignorant American, and I super apologize. I apologize for that. I'm only putting some things that like were in the same bag back in a bag because the pile is real. This is called a design board because you can have like different elements out. Quilters use things like this a lot,
to make their quilt blocks when they're designing it. Yeah, a design board. Look at that beautiful bag. And its tag is I love that kind of like a zipper pull. I am so excited to try these, guys. I can't, like, I never have, and now to have them. Oh my gosh, Pony Blacks. Okay, these are needles I had tried, just barely started trying them, and at my very first try I was like, I don't know, but I really like them. And it's actually, I have one of them with me, and it's the one that I've been using. So these are not nickel plated, so if you have a nickel allergy, then this is a good option for a needle for you. Are the Pony Blacks. And then this is a needle Park Avenue, but it's a this part right here, and there's a thing that you can write. You can write the color of your floss, and then you have them threaded onto needles, and the needles stick into like this felt type thing. It's not felt, but it maybe, I don't know. And you stick it in there, and so it's an easy way for you to park when you have multiple working threads and needles happening. And a needle minder that, there we go. I just have to remember to show everything back here. I don't know why I feel like I need it to be so close to you guys. But yeah, it is. Okay. Another Jardin Privé. This is called is that a V? Vivament Noel? But it is, it has all its floss and fabric in it. This, I think, is part of this, which I need to take out to show you. Here we go. It's called Vintage Christmas Sampler. And it's a start already. I could immediately call this a whip, and it would be beautiful. And like the floss for it is all right here. There is a thicker thread in here, but I don't know what that would... Maybe it's how you... I don't know, I haven't looked into that. Okay. Projects like that feel like a free start. Like it doesn't count. Look at this envelope style, and it's like the fabric is fused onto the felt, and so it makes it like this nice stiff kind of envelope. We've got ink circles after the roses with a gorgeous floss bundle. Look at that.
Be Sweet by Annie B's Folk Art. Some of these I've never seen or don't remember seeing, or am not super familiar with the designer. So it's really neat to see them in person and to be able to try them out. This is a Dimensions Gold Collection Petite Kit, Hydrangea in Bloom, and that's the floss for it, and fabric. Well, this is actually other fabric. This is the fabric it comes in. But like, if you have worked with Dimensions, you know that it is very thick. But look how little petites are. If you've never worked with a petite Gold Dimensions kit, like, it's just as challenging as a Dimensions Gold Collection would be, but smaller. So this is a fabric. It's a antique white linen, and it was with this, so somebody was going to swap out the fabric, and I think that's probably an excellent idea. Here's this bag. They're so cheery. I can't. People find amazing fabric and then put it together and gives us beautiful, beautiful things. Got, I don't know how to say this. That is the company name, and it's a winter sampler. It does have an alphabet. And up here it says winter, but then otherwise, look at that. It's got a moose, like that guarantees I'm gonna stitch it. Got the reindeer. Now I have already done the reindeer, and I'm hoping that my finishes are in that delivery somewhere. I didn't see them, but I also didn't look through every single bin and box that came in. It would have created more chaos than there already was in order for me to do that, but I love this series. And cottage garden samplings in general. I love them. I had even thought, like, if I didn't receive things back, I would probably have moved on to the house cottage garden samplings, and eventually I would have been able to bring myself back around to the animal one. But like, starting things that I had already started immediately would have been emotionally very, very challenging, and I see no reason why to put myself through that just to put myself through it. Like, that's what it would have been for me. So, I want to show you this bag. It is a corduroy tote bag that I love. It's got an inside pocket, and it's just, it fits. Look at that. I love this so much that I have zero problems declaring this mine at all. We've got a threader and like a huge metal ring, which is really good for putting floss drops on. Use those a lot. Floss away bags. Floss away bags. This is called Autumn Royalty. It's a Lindy Stitches, so it's hilarious. We've got Lord of Gourds down here. Count of Candy and Prince of Pies. Right there. And I have a feeling that autumn things are what I'm going to be gravitating towards most. In like the stuff that I decide to craft on. That's just what I've been feeling between like this Nocturnal Messenger and like, yeah. Just, then we've got fabric. Oh my gosh. Beautiful fabric. Have I mentioned gorgeous fabric? This is not gonna come up accurate. Casual linen. It's a beautiful fabric. It's a little bit more of a saturated blue than the camera wants it to be. Earthen. This one is called Earthen, and it's a little richer than. No camera. Can't you just work? This is like a creamy yellow color, and then like that Rustico Ada, the natural one, that's what these are. These I have found so handy to keep on hand, like this kind of like an oatmeal Ada or Rustico Ada, because they're neutral but have like a little bit of like this, do you see that, like that, I don't know what to call it right now, but texturing in the coloring to where they're so versatile. So versatile. Another set of books here. The Last of the Mohicans. And this, again, there are books in here that either I haven't known or like I've never read or for sure didn't even own. So it's exciting. A Tale of Two Cities. The Scarlet Letter and Selected Tales. Frankenstein. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and Other Stories. Which, when I listened to Jekyll and Hyde just like a year ago, I'm like, oh, that's not the same story as the musical. I liked it, but like, I was a little surprised at just how different the musical was, which is the one that I'm very familiar with. The Red Pony. A Separate Piece. Johnny Tremaine. This will be great for Kaylin's homeschool. The Secret Life of Bees. This is in the I've never read category, despite how many people have loved it. The War of the Worlds. H.G. Wells has been on the list. You know, for how much that I've read in my life, there is a lot of holes. Island of the Blue Dolphins. I loved this as a teenager. Charlotte's Web, which we had to get rid of the one that we did have because of the pages being out of order. And so I'm happy to be able to have one back on my shelves. Farewell to Arms. Like, this set and the other set of books, like, perfect, just absolutely perfect for this is Stargirl. It doesn't say it on there, Stargirl. But just perfect for going into this homeschooling year. Life of Pi, which I don't think I saw the movie, but I can't remember. Hotel on the Corner of Bitter and Sweet. It says, no. Never mind. Farewell to Manzanar. So I love true stories in like this kind of format. You like, it doesn't read like a nonfiction, but it's a nonfiction, right? Don't judge a girl by her cover. And then, I'd tell you I love you, but then I'd have to kill you. I don't know if these are cross my heart and hope to spy. Like, I don't know if they're all by the same person. I just don't know if it's like, are they individuals or what? Rebel Angels. A Great and Terrible Beauty. And then the Norton Introduction to Literature. Which I wonder if this is like selections. I think it is. Selections from lots of different things. And then I think, yeah. So they show you different. Okay, yeah. Doesn't matter what's in it right now. This is, I think, both 28 and 25 count fabric. Yeah, this one looks like 25, and this one is 28. I'm telling you, like, I think that I'm going to have to seriously consider full coverage options. We are almost done, I promise. Really close to being done. Just let me really close to being done. And I think because I've talked so much about like all the emotional stuff that I've been able to get that. Yeah. This is Wings of Change by Silver Creek Sampler. So this was from my wish list on 123, and they kitted it up for me with the fabric and the floss. It says, "The butterfly is proof that you, in darkness, can be transformed too." No crying. I'm done. I'm done. Clearly I'm not done, but I'm trying to be. Also from my wish list, these are 3 Madame Chantilly from her Celebrate season. So this is autumn and winter and Christmas. So yes, I've got this autumn one. That's winter. This autumn one that I'm not normally into like oranges and fall like colors, but I am all for stitching the fall things right now. And the floss to go with it. Here is the largest Nerge hoop of them all, which is really good for full coverages for me. or fancy ladies, actually. I really liked Sabrina in the largest Nerd hoop when I was working on her. And Sumatran lace by Ink Circles. And the Hobbit House from Cottage Garden Samplings. This is this year's series they're doing, is the Fabulous House series. And there's the Hobbit one. And then this is gorgeous. It's called Meditation. And it's mostly purple, like that's actually pretty accurate. It's a little washed out, but it's actually doing pretty well. It's so pretty. So pretty, but I have no idea yet what gorgeousness gets to go on that, because yeah. Alright. We've got this bag here with Reflections of Cairo from Ink Circles. And if I ever stitched a Joan Elliott, I had decided long ago that Chinese Phoenix was probably the top one that I would choose. So to see this is meant to be. This is called Blue Sconce from Design Works. It's pretty. It's pretty. And blues, yes. Here's the inside of this pretty bag. See, like, I love people's creativity with how they put things together. And it's been so long since I have felt this side of the creative life that I'm just really, really happy to be feeling. Let me take that out. We've got some, I really want to show you this one, but they're needle minders, but this one is just really pretty. It's got a flower like etching in it. I am going to be able to use all of these things to, like, hi kittykins. Came back to say hi. Oh, I can't yet. Persian lace. This is a Rosewood Manor, and I think this is the color for it since it's here. Pretty Little Hawaii. This is a Stony Creek like at one of their Afghan things, but not every square has it, but you can also stitch them all on their own too. These adorable like snowman things. There's not a good picture because inside is only the patterns, but yeah. And then I've never stitched a Mystic Stitch before, but this one is called Square Winter by Joe Moulton. I love snowmen. I'm sorry, the cats are everywhere and that's what's bumping the camera. Oh, and this bag it's white on the inside and then like wintry snowflakes. We've got We're down to the last one. Can we do this? This is not a 3-hour video. We've got fabric. More fabric. Like, this is a variety of different counts and colors. So, handy. Oh my gosh, that's a beautiful blue. Sudoku, which Caitlin and I both enjoy doing. A lot of people have tried these DMC needles. I have, there we are. I did have a collection where the needles were, but I don't anymore. Like I said, variety of fabrics. This, oh wait, this is a set. There's a pattern in here that this is going to go to, but, it's got beads and charms in it, hoops, and the a pen. Does it write purple? I really hope that this writes purple, because why? How can you not do it? Okay, so this is a buttons and beads. There you go. North Pole, I think is what it's called. North Pole, yeah. And it's got like all the floss and beads. It just doesn't have the fabric, but I've got plenty of fabric options. Okay, got charms, pack, and beads were for this one. The Sweetheart Tree. Oh no, Irish Blessing Sampler from the Sweetheart Tree. And it's got some specialty stitches. It has no cross stitches whatsoever. It's all specialty stitches, and like the black work type stuff. I love that kind of thing. I am totally fine with doing specialty stitches. I love it. But that's where, that's what this pack goes to, is that. And this bag, like I said, the way people choose their fabrics and their, like, colors is just, you can't help but be inspired by it, I think. Let me see if I can finish this without crying. Okay. I wanted to show all of that largely because there's a lot of things in here that I myself haven't seen or tried, or designers I hadn't, and so we all like to see those things, right? But I also wanted those who did send them to me to know that I received them and that I am deeply grateful. Like, the effect on my mental and emotional levels is like, okay, try not to cry. I'm looking forward to getting back on my medication, but this has helped. It's helped that bit of battle. That's not over yet because while I hope that I can find my medication in there, I have no idea where it ended up. Because, like I've said, I thought that I had it with me, and it ended up that I didn't, and so it could be in any of these boxes or none of them. And I am working on a solution so that I'm back on some medication, but it's just, I have to wait. It's been a little bit rough on top of everything else, and this
and everyone's notes and comments and messages and everything. There have been a lot of online things that I haven't shown. I've gotten a few patterns online and the gift cards that I haven't used yet. Largely because now I'm like, I can go on a shopping spree, and what do I choose? Like, how do you choose? But yes. But it's like, it's a very physical reminder of all of you, and of how I'm not alone, and how many good and wonderful people and things there are in this world. And it balances out this moving company situation. It has balanced it out and allowed me to lean way more into the good rather than the struggle. And that's been hard to do on my own. And so thank you. Thank you for being willing to do that for me. And be there for me. And yeah. I love you all deeply. If you have sent me something and it wasn't in here, it's probably on its way still. I haven't heard yet of anything going astray. So I really just want you to know that if it's not here yet, we don't have to panic yet. So we'll be keeping an eye out for things continuously. So I think I successfully didn't cry in the end. Did I? Did I hold it back? Anyway, thank you for sticking with me for yet another super long video. I will, since it doesn't involve editing, I will be putting the chapter things, whatever they're called, in the comments, but you will have either seen them or not, so you can skip around as needed or desired. I will try to do that. But obviously the majority of this video is all of this, so there's that. Yeah. Much love to you, and I will see you around. Bye.